For any company to experience 25 years of continual growth and success in the construction industry, it must be dedicated to a philosophy of quality and committed to total client satisfaction. These are the values that continue to define the Munilla brothers and all their colleagues here at MCM. We're very proud of each other and what we've been able to accomplish together. And so, for our 25th anniversary, we decided to tell our story. We're doing this for our families, our friends, and our business associates who over the years have all played such a large role in the success of MCM. Ours is a story that really began almost 70 years ago when Fernando Munilla Sr. was Cuba's preeminent builder. Between the years 1941 and 1960, he raised many of his country's most important structures. He built the José Martí Monument, Cuba's tallest structure. He built the Malecón, Havana's famed seawall. He built the Cuyaguateje River Bridge, the longest free-span bridge in the Western Hemisphere at the time of its completion. And when everything but his good name was taken away from him, he brought his family to the States and began to build all over again.
First of all, 4 of us got out. We went to an orphanage in Ohio.
Yeah, my mother had put on a briefcase a little letter to be given to whoever would receive us here after we had arrived in Miami to please keep us together.
First, Mom came with George and Johnny, and then Dad came by boat.
With the family reunited, the Munillas set about creating a new life for themselves, eventually settling in Miami, where Fernando Sr. found employment as a steel worker.
My father was the only provider in the family. There were 6 brothers, 1 grandfather, 1 cousin, and my mom, so there were 9 boys and 1 girl.
As I remember growing up, before I was 11 or 12 years old, we had to share everything. We had to take care of one another. I'm the youngest of the 6 brothers, so I had a lot of people taking care of me.
He comes from a very big construction, very big development family history in Cuba. And here we were doing it, rubbing 2 pennies together to try to make ends meet.
And as he was working there, one of the workers turned to the owner and said, you know, that man over there has a company in Cuba, or had a company in Cuba, which is much bigger than this one. So they pulled him aside, they interviewed him, and it's like, you know, the biblical account of Joseph in the Bible. He went from pauper to prince overnight.
From there, Fernando and his sons set about fulfilling a dream to one day create a family-owned construction company.
The first company that we had was Munilla & Sons, and that's how the dream originated. Being the oldest, then I became, you know, the first full-time. Actually, I was the only full-time because Dad was working in an engineering firm.
At 13 years old, I would be on construction sites. At 14, I would start working. At 15, the summers, I'd have all my friends, you know, or a good group of my friends go over and work with us.
We at one time had about maybe 300 units up, 260 units up, and then the Carter years came.
You couldn't control the market, you couldn't control the banks. It was, you know, it was a lot of other external things that you couldn't control, and I liked having the control of my own success and failure as to being able to deliver the project in time and on budget. We decided to get out of the development area of construction, went into straight general contracting work.
Once the decision was made to concentrate on general contracting, the company, today known as MCM, began to grow.
Then we started doing schools, and we did like a little $1 million addition, and then we did a $2 million expansion, and then it became a $4 million expansion renovation at another school. And then all of a sudden we had a brand new elementary out of the box, and that was $10 million, Wiggum Elementary, back in '95.
Where we would go from $5 million jobs to 10 million to 15 to 20 to 25, and then the 25, it didn't go to 30, it went more like to 50. And now we find ourselves doing $100 million projects that are very challenging, that are very exciting. We've been joint venturing now with other companies, and we find that shared risk is a very good thing in our culture and in our industry.
Today we're looking at projects that are in the hundreds of $1 million category, when I would never have thought to be in that playing field 3 years ago.
when we've done that. You know, we've built jails and hospitals, hangars, airport, heavy civil roads and bridge, and we've been successful at everything we've done. So, for me, the sky's the limit.
We, when I say we, this MCM, we've been building stuff, roadway and bridge, that I'm proud when I go out with my son and my family. I keep pointing them, hey, we built this bridge, we built this US 1 bus lane, we built this school. I mean, we're all over the place.
A lot of people ask me, what is it you guys do? What do you specialize in? And I tell them, well, we're masters of construction. You know, we really don't care what kind of project it is, whether it's a road or a bridge or a school or a jail or a hospital. That's never been our concern. We just know how to manage construction, and that has been our strongest asset over the years.
Today's MCM, Munilla Construction Management, enjoys a reputation for quality and excellence, thanks to the more than 200 people who have grown with us and are helping celebrate our 25th anniversary.
MCM is my second home. I grew up with the Munillas. I've been with the company since I was 19 years old.
Everybody in the company seems to get along and just keep on growing.
One whole company. Everybody works together. We all try to help each other out to accomplish our goals.
Well, our people, we get all the credit, but they do all the work.